Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. Welcome, or indeed welcome back to the channel. If you are new, don't forget to hit subscribe, because today I'm going to be putting on a whole load of new stuff, largely from Tarte. So I don't know if you guys saw recently that Tarte had an amazing offer, which I've heard they've done in the past, but I don't believe since Tarte has been on my radar that they've had this offer until just recently. And it's basically where you can choose a whole collection of products, and in pounds I think it was just £50, which is an amazing saving. They're all full-size products as well. So I couldn't resist and pick up a few things because I do really love Tarte as a brand, and I got very excited because I could basically choose a brush, a blusher, a foundation, mascara, a lip product, and I think a makeup bag as well. I think that was everything, but we'll go through it in just a minute. And I thought to myself, because it was quite a few different things to try, then I would just sit down and film a kind of makeup chatty, get ready with me whilst I try new stuff kind of thing. So that is the video that I'm doing today. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to title this video, but hopefully I've worked something out. I've been really good this morning. I've been out on my bike already. I came home and had a shower. I've dried my hair, and I kind of feel like the curly hair gods are smiling on me today, which is always a nice thing. All that's left to do is to pop some products on my face. So I've already moisturised, so that's nice and sunken in. So the first thing to show you from this collection of stuff that I got from Tarte is this amazing makeup bag. There was a choice of two different makeup bags. One was like a plain purple, and then there was this one, which I'm guessing is supposed to be some kind of mermaidy, magical makeup bag or something, which I think is really amazing. I don't think I've seen another makeup bag like this, and it's a really nice size as well. I'm probably not going to take it out of this wrapper just purely because I don't really need any more makeup bags, so I'm considering having this as part of a giveaway as and when I get to 2,000 subscribers, which I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth because it's happened very quickly. I was thinking of a giveaway at 1,000, and then I'm kind of on about 1,700 at the moment, so it's absolutely crazy. So thank you so much if you have subscribed. It really just makes my day when you leave lovely comments or your thumbs up, and of course subscribing as well, because it makes all the work worthwhile. So if you like the look of this magical makeup bag from Tarte, then stay tuned because it may well just feature in a giveaway soon, hopefully. So moving on to the rest of the products that I've got here, I have a new brush to play with, I have a new foundation to play with, an eyeliner, oh yes, I forgot about the eyeliner, so excited for that one, a lip product, a blush, and sadly there is no full-size mascara in this box. There should be, but it was out of stock, and I had to email them to say on my shipping packing advice slip it said that I'd ordered Lights Camera Lashes, and then next to the number 1 that I'd ordered it had a 0, and no one at Tarte had contacted me to say that it was out of stock. So I sent them an email, which admittedly they responded to really fast, to say that the shade was out of stock. So I don't know whether they've got their products confused, because I think it only comes in one shade, but they just offered a straight refund. And I did say to them that because buying products from the US to come to the UK is a very rare treat for me, it maybe happens once, possibly twice a year, just purely because of shipping and duty. It gets really expensive. I'd have much rathered if they'd have contacted me to say, look, this mascara is out of stock, would you like to choose a different one? I'm sure that they were probably inundated with orders because of this offer, but I just think that would have been a bit of a nicer thing to do. So I wasn't overly thrilled by that, but I do have this deluxe size sample of it, because when I went to check out there was an offer saying, would you like to add this for, I think it was like 19 pence or 19 cents or something, and I just thought, yes, definitely. So I'm really pleased I got this, because at least I get to try it in the mini size. Rather than me use this face product that they've given me, which is the Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation, I might do a separate review on this specifically. I think instead what I'm going to do is I've brought along a bit of a selection of makeup products from my current hoard stash whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to use something from there instead. The brush that I chose is their Bronze and Glow brush. So this is designed for contouring, but I thought it would be quite nice for maybe doing a bit of highlight as well. This is the first Tarte brush that I've ever touched, and it's really nice. This is much bigger than I was expecting it to be, but it's lovely. I'm not a massive fan of double-ended brushes, just purely from a storage point of view. I usually like to stand all my brushes up, but I wasn't really sure which other brush to go for, so I went for this one, but it does feel really nice. So in terms of base, I've chosen to use the Ordinary Colours Serum Foundation. I must admit, I'm really liking this Serum Foundation, and now that I've got both the serum and the coverage, I think I'm leaning more to this one, which I'm amazed at. I thought the coverage one would be definitely my thing, but I just love how this glides on and looks so beautiful and actually gives a really nice level of coverage. And thank you to all of you for telling me to make sure that I twist it off again instead of leaving it on, because that stops the dribbles from coming out. So thank you very much for that. Just got my Zoeva 104 here. See, it just blends and applies like an absolute dream. I haven't tried a texture foundation like this that I've actually liked. Usually I don't like these very watery foundations, but this, it's beautiful. I've been having a think about how I do my foundation reviews, and I think I've got to a place where I'm quite happy with my initial kind of first impressions review, and from the comments that you guys have been leaving, I think you guys really like the detail that I go into as well, so I'm quite happy with that. In terms of foundation update videos, I've been having a bit of a think about how to maybe change those, because in the past I'd maybe pick 5 or 6 different foundations and talk about all of them in one video, do some swatches and that kind of stuff, but I've kind of been thinking about how helpful that is, and I'm not sure if it's the most helpful way of giving an update. So I've been considering doing individual updates, trying to make them as short as possible, so hopefully under the 10-minute mark, but just going back to one individual foundation at a time, showing different applications with different primers, how I've got on, what my general feelings are, that kind of thing. So if you think that that's a better way of approaching it by doing an update video for individual foundations instead of maybe one with lots of foundations lumped together, because those videos can run quite long, then let me know in the comments, because that is a format I'm considering playing around with, because I'm not 100% happy with how it is at the moment. I'll still do swatches and stuff like that for comparison, but maybe just instead focusing on one foundation at a time and just trying to make the video that bit shorter and quicker and to the point. And the chances are, if it's a foundation I don't like, it's going to be quite a short video anyway. I think that's my base done. I'm pretty happy with the level of coverage that I've got. I think rather than try and spot conceal with this, I've just brought in my NARS Soft Matte Concealer, which I did very recently do a video on. I'm really quite liking this concealer. I'm not sure if I've actually tried it with this foundation yet though, so I'll be interested to see how it wears, because like I mentioned in the video and in the comments of the video review of the Soft Matte Concealer, it does like adhering to a long wearing foundation, and I find that I get the best results from it. These Ordinary foundations are quite long wearing, so it'll be interesting to put it to the test today. Okay, I think that's concealing done. I just love how quick this concealer is to use. Really like it. I've brought my NARS Translucent Crystal Setting Powder because I do feel like I want to set my face. Maybe let's try this big bad boy, which I know it's not really intended for this, but it was within reach. Yeah, it's quite a hard and dense brush, so I'm not sure if I would use it for this purpose, but I just wanted to try. Right, should we move on to eyes? Should we zoom you in a little bit maybe? Okay, so I'm just going to prime my lids with the Balm Put a lid on it, because my lids do get quite oily and product does end up creasing on me quite badly. And this is just the order that I end up doing every single day. I like to think that it's giving it a chance to, I don't know, sink into the skin or what, I don't know. but this is just the order that I end up doing it in. Right, next on to brows, and I've got Benefit's Precisely My Brow Pencil in number 6. Yeah, I think that's number 6. And then Zoeva's Graphic Brow Fix. I did buy this as part of the set from Zoeva with the pencil as well, but the pencil just ran out on me the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, I had no idea it was nearly run out. So I really liked it, and I need to pick it up again, because now going back to this one, I'm not sure if I like this one so much, and there's a big cost saving between the two. I did recently-ish, maybe last week, colour my brows, and it makes such a huge difference in terms of the speed in which I can do my brows. I love it. I never used to think that I had much brow hair there, but I just think it was invisible. Always struggle to make this brow match because it is missing so much at this first part. This is quite a creamy formula when it comes to brow pencil, whereas the Zoeva one, it's creamy, but it's just that little bit more stiff as well. That makes you feel like when you're using it, it's just not all going to disappear throughout the day. I tend to do my brows the same way that I do my blush. I start out by overdoing them, and then I blend back just so that I know where I've put everything. I do quite like the colour of number 6, but it just goes a little bit ashy on me, whereas I think the match I had with Bistre, I think it is, the shade from the Zoeva pencil, just works that bit better, plus the formula is nicer as well, and it's cheaper. Okay, I think that's just about matching. I usually go in for kind of 2 coats with this, and I mainly focus it here, just where I am most sparse. Okay, from what I can see, that's looking okay for the minute. If needs be, I usually do another coat just in this first part here, or maybe touch up a little bit more with the pencil, where sometimes this can blend some of the pencil away. Okay, so let's get into some of this newer stuff. First, I'm going to put a base on with Tarte's Energy Noir palette. I've already looked at the eyeliner I've chosen, and the reason why I chose it is because it could be used as an eyeshadow as well, and I love multi-use products like that. The only problem is it's very glittery, the one that I've chosen, so when I swatched it when it first arrived, I thought, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be putting that on as like a Maybelline colour tattoo. I think that was kind of what I was hoping it was going to be like, in terms of being able to get away with it all over the lid. It's just too chunky glitter, so I am going to need a base of something else, I think. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. I'm not very good at doing eyeliner, so I might just try it on my hand first and just see how well I manage to do it. In this whole packaging is that. I'm guessing it's just because there wouldn't have been room to put all of their ingredients and stuff on a smaller packet, but this is what it looks like, and this is their clay pot in rose gold. That's what it looks like inside. I will just swatch it for you. Oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? But it's quite a chunky glitter, and I'm not really sure if the camera is picking that up, but it's really silky smooth. It's beautiful. I'm just going to try it with my Zoeva wing liner brush, and then I'll decide if I'm going to be brave enough to attempt to do this on my actual eye. Okay, that's not so bad actually. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. I'm so glad I went for this. When I did the Tarte order, it was in such a panic because I knew that stuff was probably going to sell out. I was looking up swatches and trying to make my mind up, and it just felt like such a lot of pressure to buy some things. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to go for it, I think. I'm going to keep my eyes really simple, and I'm just going to go for it. I do really like this Zoeva brush. It does make applying liner a lot easier. I wish I could apply it like you see some people do, where they just go whew, and they just sweep down and it just seems to apply beautifully, but Like my eyelids are too crepey for that, and my hand is not steady enough. I would probably stab myself in the eye. Don't think I want it all the way across. I might just stop here. One of the pictures that I saw when I googled this was someone using it as a very simple line, and I just thought it looked so pretty, and that's what made me want to get it, was that picture. It's pretty subtle, but that's what I generally do every day. I think I'm going to quit whilst I'm kind of ahead. It's quite a tricky one to work with because it's quite a loose kind of gel in so much as you can pick up quite a lot very easily. So I am going to have to practice with this, but oh my goodness. Right, I think I'm going to do my lashes last. I'm going to go back to my Energy Noir palette for a second because there is a highlight in here and I don't tend to use it very often. And I just wondered whether using this end of the brush would apply the highlight nicely. Obviously going for a bit more of a glam look than I would normally. And I figure if I go a bit heavy-handed with this, when I do my blush, I might be able to blend it a little bit. That's actually applied it really nicely. Hopefully you can see it. But like I said, I don't often wear highlight. And I don't think it's too heavy-handed. I can definitely see it. I'm hoping you can too. Maybe this side's a bit better in the light coming through the window. Okay, should we do blush now? The colour I got in the blush was Celebrated. It is one of the more safe colours. I did look at lots of swatches and I probably spent the most time trying to decide on a blush than I did anything else because I do love a blush. However, having seen this, I'm kind of worried it's going to be very similar to my NARS Impassioned. Oh my goodness, they are super similar. I'm not even sure if there's a subtle enough difference for me to feel better about that. I really wish I picked up a different colour blush. Okay, I've done a heavy swatch of each one and I'm now feeling a lot better about this situation because this bottom one is the NARS Impassioned and this one is Tarte Celebrated. And there is actually quite enough of a difference there to make me feel a lot better about that situation. But in the pan they were so similar looking. So the NARS one is definitely more pinky. I'm relieved. Like I said earlier with my brows, I do quite like to go a bit heavy-handed to start off with and then I blend it back because I just like to see where the blush has gone. Okay, let's blend it back a little bit. I really like that. That's lovely actually. Okay, let's have a look at this mascara. So this is Lights, Camera, Lashes, and this is the deluxe sample that they offered. Okay, that's more of a dramatic look than I would normally go for, but it did feel like I had a lot of product on the brush. I feel like it's actually going on this side a lot smoother with less product for some reason. I do quite like this, but I think I need to make sure I wipe it off a little bit more because it did feel like I had a lot of product, but it definitely gives you very quick, instant oomph. Okay, so the last thing I've got to try is this Lip Surgeon's lip tint in the shade Lovely. Most of my makeup is pretty unadventurous, really. My day-to-day face is very natural, quite pared back, lots of nudes, pinks, that kind of thing. I love products like this that you can just quickly take out and pop on. So that's the colour. I'll just swatch it for you. Really pretty pink. I've not tried one of these before and it's actually quite minty, so that's nice. It's quite a bit more pink than most other products like this that I've got. So for day-to-day use, I would probably just pat it back a little bit just so that the colour isn't quite so intense. But it is my kind of colour. I think that's really pretty. So that is it, that is my completed look. I'm really happy with the products that I have got. I'm definitely going to have to practice with this clay pot liner because it is unlike any other texture of a liner I've ever used before. But I'm really happy and I'm looking forward to the next time Tarte do this offer again. So that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up down below because it does really help support my channel. And if you are new and would like to subscribe to see more content like this from me in the future, I will pop a button just here so you can click it and just get notified of new content as and when it gets uploaded. And if you've not seen my last video, I will pop a link to that one just up here so you can click it and check that one out too. Anyway, I hope you're really well and I will see you again soon. Bye!